Good evening everyone, welcome back to DRS. Season 16 is now round 5, Saudi Arabia. After tonight we're halfway through the championship. 5 more rounds to go after this evening. And it seems at the moment this championship is more a battle of who can stop Senna at the absolute domination for Senna so far this season. I think he's taken every available point except one. Obviously. Oh no. Oh, actually, I think it's a perfect points record, I think, actually. Because it's 26 for Singapore, 26 for the Netherlands, 26 in Canada, and 26 in Spain. So I must be... must just be a pole position point rather than a fastest lap point. Anyway, here we go with qualifying. Let's just get everything set up here. We don't need that. So let's see who's the first to come out for qualifying here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit. A car. It's a Ferrari. Which one would be Easy Life? Decent field size this evening. We got 14 and hopefully it's not too much of an issue with the tight walls here. So let's follow Easy on his first outlap of the session. A couple more have come out of the pits in the last few moments. We can just see on the track map there. You know, let's actually get the telemetry up there as well. It's a little bit wide at the final corner, but here he comes to start the lap. DRS is open. 8th gear. All the way down to 2nd for the chicane there. Through the little S section to end sector 1. Very tidy through the bottom of the course there. Kind of little extended hairpin through the chicanes. Oh, it was a bit of a moment halfway through. Now onto the long. I would say it's a back straight, but it's not really a back straight. Through another chicane there. And now back along the little, I guess you call it a lake on the inside of the wall there. And now back down the start finish straight to the line. A 1:29.998 for Easy Life. Is anybody else on that? We'll look at Muxy. Running pretty low on fuel. I don't know if that's just the marker coming on early or if they've kind of gone a bit weird with the fuel selection. And they come to the final corner now. Finley with the 29.550. Who's up to provisional pole. Swanson with a 28.2 now. Also takes provisional pole. Muxy just dies in second with a 28.541. Where is Senna? Senna's still in the garage. Oh, he's just exited the garage as we speak. Let's take a look at Lord Coleman now. He took it to Senna a couple of weeks ago. Sorry, last week in Spain. Coleman comes to the line using every inch possible there. 1:28.1. Now the new provisional pole sitter. Anybody else on the lap? Symes just joined us. Alan is coming into the final sector there. Got plenty of battery to use, we can see there. I will turn the telemetry off in a second. We'll follow Newt to the line here. He's got a bit of a drafting partner there, I guess, from the McLaren. Up to third, 28.4 for the Williams there. Let's turn telemetry off for a bit. Take a look at Sloth. Sloth's invalidated their time. Smug gets straight into the pits. Senna is going for a lap here. Now, just a reminder, Senna is now on a different qualifying, I guess you call it a different qualifying strategy. If I remember right, he has to do his fresh tyre run before... Is it the last 10 minutes or...? Yes, he has to do this fresh tyre run before the last 10 minutes. Any time afterwards it has to be on a scrub set of tyres. This is kind of a make or break lap for Senna. This will be the one that either puts him to pole position, or as I see Coleman's out of retirement. Is that a mistake? Has he clipped a wall? Here comes Senna now. He's coming round into the final sector. I've seen purple flash up there, but usually it'll flash up purple anyway if you've not set a time. Here comes final corner now. He's got the Ferrari in front of him for a tow. But he probably doesn't need it. No, he does not. A 1:27.769. That'll be Senna's best time of the session now. Let's take a look through the field. There's some people actually trying to get a valid lap on the board. So following Smugget now. He's got a horse just to the side there to get out of the way. I think that's Muxie. Looking very, very tidy here for the Mercedes. The other Mercedes, Swanson, up to third at the moment. Currently on an outlap just behind Smugget. All the way around that final kind of lakeside, well, the first side of the lake, and then he's going to come onto the start finish straight here. It's going to be 6th for Smugget there. Anybody else on an attempt behind? Syme hasn't validated his attempt there. Take a look at Muxie here, who's on his second run of the session. I missed the time that flashed in the sector there, but we might get an indication of if there's a time improvement in a second as he passes at the end of the straight here. I believe Smugget's giving Swanson a bit of a toe down for the rest of the lap. We'll take a look down in a minute. It's a 0.3 improvement from Muxie. We'll move to Swanson very, very quickly. Who's actually ahead of Smugget. Muxie will keep following with Muxie for the rest of the lap. Actually, here he comes around the final corner. He's going to try and take a little bit of toe off of the pitting Smugget. Here comes Muxie. It's 5th, a 1:28.3. 7-8. I think it's only a time improvement there. There's a Kick Sauber's just come to the line. That was KD, who's moved up to 6th. 28.572 there for the first Kick Sauber set time. We got 50 Gent we're looking at here. We'll actually go on board as he comes for the final sector. There he goes. The chicane navigated right there. Looking very, very tidy through that final corner. There's a yellow flag. I think that might be Swanson just coming into the pits. Oh, on an end lap. 50 Gent up to 11th now. Now the two Alpine boys do need to get a time in soon. They're both on out laps, but I think this will be their one and only legal run probably if they can get time sorted. We'll follow Shawnee for a bit, see how he gets on his run. Oh, he's just about to save that. Oof, I thought that was in the wall and done then. I mean, Shawnee, it's up to you, mate. I don't know how much time's left in the session, but I want to keep your foot in this or charge the battery, because 3 minutes left, so I don't think he's got time to come in pit and get a fresh set on. This is going to be a one and only run, I think, for a legal time. Sloth and Finley now 7th and 8th. Are they on laps? I'm not sure. We'll keep following Shawnee to the line though. There was another bit of a moment on acceleration there. And he's into the pits. He's going to be a bit tight for time, but should be able to get in and out of the pits. Since he's invalidated, I think that might be the end of his session. Anybody on a run at the moment? Not really. Okay. We'll just take a look at people who are... We'll take a look at Smug Git again on an outlap. Trying to go a bit off center, off peak in terms of track busyness. It validates his outlap, but it doesn't really matter that much. Just got to be a bit careful there next time round. Apologise for that. I think it seems he might have run out of fuel. Yeah, I think it seems he's run out of fuel there. Anyway, following Smug Git here. Nearly half a second up in sector 1. It's a very good start. I think Sainty might have been bluffing me for a second then. He was going very, very slow in that final sector, but he's carried on and he seems to be on another lap. So I think that might just be an attempt to recharge to the battery. But anyway, Smug Git through the final sector. What's probably his final flying lap of the session. Oh, excuse me. 128.461 for the Mercedes driver there. Moxie coming to the end of sector 1. Only about half a tenth up on his previous best. Swanson has invalidated and I think that's end of qualifying for him. Smug Git is parked up on the start finish straight for some reason. Take a look at KD. Actually, let's take a look at... It seems he gets a 30.3. Where is Shawnee? He's just coming into that hairpin after the end of sector 1. Oh, he's using all the track there through that chicane. Oh, he's a bit deep, but he's managed to recover it. And Senna, I assume that's with the scrub tyres. A 127.703, I think that's a slight improvement from his earlier best. So Shawnee goes up to 13th at 129.981. Who are we waiting for? I think it's just... I think we're just waiting for Smug to get fully into the garage there, and we can take a little look through the results. So, at the end of qualifying, Senna is on top once again from this time. Al Newton's second, joined him on the front row. Then we've got Lord Coleman, Muxie just behind them on the second row. Swanson, Smug Git, Katie Races, The Sloth, Finley and Mr. Pickle, the rest of the top 10. Just outside we've got Easy Life, 50 Gent, Shawnee P, Sainsy and DRS Syme. So now we wait for the call for the green flag, I guess. So while we wait, let's have a quick chat about last week's results in DRS. Let me get them up on my phone here. So last week the podium, we'll do the top 5 from last week. In the results we got, we had Senna win the race by nearly 2 seconds. Then we had DRS Swanson. Senna won by nearly 2 seconds from Lord Coleman. Swanson in third. You got Easy Life, Mr. Pickle, the rest of the top 5 in last week's race. Then we come down to the championship battles. Senna on top of the championship by 48 points now, as a result of his utter dominance in the first kind of half of the season. Lord Coleman in second, and then we got Sloth in third at the moment. Mr. Pickle fourth, Swanson fifth, Finley, Alnute, Frosty, Easy Life and Muxie, the rest of the top 10 in the overall championship. In the teams, 17 points is the difference between Ferrari and Aston Martin at the top of the teams championship. McLaren another 17 points behind the Aston Martins in third. And then we got Alpine, Red Bull, Sauber, Mercedes, Williams, Haas, and the Racing Bulls, who have not scored. The Racing Bulls have not scored points this season. No permanent driver, or at least no permanent driver has raced for them this season. Now we come down to the splits, I guess, the driver divisions. We've got Senna on top in the extremes by 44 points from Centra Finley. Swanson and Frosty in third and fourth in that one. Just 4 drivers in the extremes at the moment. Although there was talk about one more being added, I'm not sure. In the pros, we got Lord Coleman on top of that one. 16 points is the difference between him and Mr. Pickle. Then we got Smug getting Simon locked on 46 points each for third place. Smug taking that one, I think, by having a better result difference. In the Pro-Ams, we've got Sloth on top of that one. 31 points ahead of Alan Mute. Third place Sainsy, fourth place KD Races. And finally in the amateurs we've got 50 Gent. 2 points is the difference between him and Muxie in amateurs. And then we got Easy Life in third, Shawnee P fourth, and Dead Lord in fifth. Hopefully we're not too far away from a race start now. And it's almost like magic. Here we are on the grid. So let's get our tyre details up. There we go. Mediums for everyone except Muxie, Easy Life and Sainsy. Not much variety in the strategy department at least, but I think from what I've seen in the past, Jeddah can be quite an aggressive track for tyres. It's quite high speed, a lot of direction changing. And just while I remember about it, let me just do the party change real quick. It's just so I don't interfere with my voice coming in to the race lobby. So I'll be back with you in about 2 seconds. And we are back. Is that sorted at least? I should get my track map up ready before I forget. There we go. A lot of corners on this track. You'll have to bear with if I just don't bother with corner names. Let's take a quick look at chat before we get a start. If chat wants to load at least. So now we await. I think we're getting the last few into position now. And here we go. 5 lights are illuminated here in Jeddah. And they are out, and away we go here on the Saudi Arabian Corniche. Into turn 1, Senna has an absolute advantage. I think that's Muxie who's gone round in the middle of the field. I saw a Haas spin there. I think, well, it would have been Muxie. He's the only Haas racing with us this evening. Seems to have got away with little to no damage. We'll take a look at him now. There's an end plate missing, but seems to be relatively undamaged after that first turn spin there. Senna 8 tenths in front of Alan Newt now. It seems. It seems Senna is going to be the well. He already is the man to beat, but especially more so now, as he's already a second and a half ahead after 2 sectors pretty much. So here we come to the end of lap 1. So let's measure the gap now. It's 1.5 seconds after 1 lap here in Jeddah. Let's take a look in the background. Lord Coleman, he tried to have an attack on Al Newt there, but not quite enough of a run. I see Shawnee P and Slaughter having a bit of a ding-dong battle there for 7th place. Good start for the Alpine driver. Not sure what's going on with Finley here. He's down in 10th now. I know his qualifying wasn't the best, but let's see if he can turn it around here in the race. Senna now 2 seconds in front. This is. But we've got to remember, DRS is, well, enabled at least for a couple drivers here. There's a yellow flag exit of that chicane. It's Finley. Oh, he's gone right the way round on the exit of the Sector 2 chicane. He's also, yeah, he's just lost the left-hand side end plate there. Lord Coleman is ahead of Al Newt at the end of lap 2 here. I can see Swanson and Mr. Pickle, they're side by side coming off the final corner in the background. They're still side by side. Pickle, who's got the DRS, is probably just going to get their nose in front. Pickle keeping at it. Swanson keeping at it. He's taking the position. I can see Coleman and Newt are still going at it in for P2 there. Meanwhile, Senna's he's gone. He's up the road. He's not messing about this evening. Oh, is Swanson over the curb there? Very easy to do because it is a long section from turn 4 pretty much to turn 12 where there's almost non-stop turning left to right. Anyway, Swanson seeming to keep ahead in 4th place then. He's got a bit of a lead on Mr. Pickle, but you can see, well, we kind of saw it. Smug Git's also having a decent run, trying to keep with Mr. Pickle. And you can see the difference between Senna and Lord Coleman on the helicam there. Oh, as we can see, oh, Smugget had a look for 5th place there, but he wasn't close enough. So now, DRS straight here. It's a bit of a train starting. Smugget looking to the outside, but nothing coming of it. Smugsy's had another spin at this time at the final corner, as he brings out the virtual safety car. He's lost his full front wing now. Just put a bit of a halt in Senna's ever increasing lead. It's 7 seconds now at the end of, well, we'll call it lap. Yeah, we'll call it lap 3 1/3. Although it's gone down a bit now, so I don't know if that was just a bit of a glitch on the timing. I'm sure I saw it say 7 seconds then, but who knows. It could have just been Senna playing a bit crafty with the Delta system, as we're probably going to get a green flag any second now. As we see, he's basically back up to full, or near full. But I assume we're going to get green. Oh no, it's a full safety car. Never mind. It's only just taken me now to realise there's a full safety car out. So Senna's hard work in building that gap, it's... well, I wouldn't say it's been for nothing, but... it, now I'm not sure why it's been upgraded to a full safety car there, because... I'm pretty sure Muxie did get moving again relatively quickly, but I don't know. The game can be a bit weird with upgrading safety cars. Hopefully it's not going to be a long time behind this safety car. So I suppose in this time, let's take a quick look, see if I can get Twitch chat to work now. There's... well, it says 2 people, but that'll probably be me and someone else. I see Finley is watching us, probably while he's driving, or... So I believe that is everyone now into the queue, so yeah, we should probably get a restart this time. If not, this game is just messing us about. I mean, we should find out within the next lap or so, or next sector I think, really, whether we are racing or not this time. And there we are, the message is there. We are going back to green this time. And you can see the Aston Martin Vantage safety car just put into the pit lane just above in the picture. And I think Senna's already chosen to go. A very early start. There we go. Back under green flag conditions. Is everybody safely through turn 1 this time? I think we are. And we've still got the message at the top that when the yellow flag in sector 3. I don't know why that exists. Honestly, it's just a bit of a stupid bug to have, to be fair. Sean is the first of our drivers to take a penalty in this race. 3-second time penalty is probably track limits. Well, will be track limits, the same thing you can really get warnings for. Repeatedly. Yeah, Senna is absolutely clearing off once again here. 1.5 seconds is the difference at the moment between him and Lord Coleman. Oh, there's a bit of a moment for Newt there in the chicane. I need to get my track numbers up again. I did briefly pop into... did briefly take away my track map to just sort something out under safety car, but here we go. Newt's going to be under threat from Swanson. Luckily there's no DRS, but he's going to be under threat into turn 1 here. Just surviving this time, but there will be DRS at, well, during sector 2 and obviously in the other zones. Needs to be a bit careful now. So now let's focus. To be fair, the field's spreading a bit. I noticed Swanson has dropped behind Mr. Pickle here. Not sure if that was a mistake in the S's there, or if that was an overtake we didn't see. So Swanson might even be under threat here from KD. Let's... Problem is, it's just going to be a DRS train here. Whereas Senna's just being able to clear off at the front. Absolutely no worries for the Aston Martin, who has won every race this season so far. And I believe has taken pole position in every race as well. Let's take a little look further down. 50 Gent and the Sloth here, side by side down the start finish straight. And I think that's Springsy and Muxie. Ooh, there's a little bit of tyre to side pod there. Oh, there's a little bit more contact and Muxie in the wall again. I don't know if Muxie's had the wing changed, or if this is the same wing damage he's carried since lap 1. Oh no, he would have had the wing changed. I'm a donut. He's when he caused the safety car just now. Now it's track limits penalty to make things worse for the harsh driver there. After a pretty decent qualifying for Muxie, it's just not been the race he's expected. Surely hanging the rear out through the 16-17 chicane. Going to be under threat from Sloth with the DRS here. Trying up the inside into 22-23. And he's through. Let's move up to the front. The gap to the front, the gap between Senna and Lord Coleman now 3.7 seconds. I think Coleman's just a bit safe from Mr. Pickle at the moment. Let's take a look here. We've got Swanson. He's having a look on now. Newt. He's through and up to 4th place. Not being the ideal restart for Al Newt there. as we kind of go to Swanson's halo camera, I guess we can call it. We'll just move back a bit to look at. Not far away from half race distance now. It's lap 10. I think the halfway lap will be lap. I'll call it lap 13 because it's the closest we can get to 12.5, I guess. Oh. Is that Coleman who's lap? Yeah, Coleman's just pitted from PT there. As we continue to watch the battle, now for second place. Gap is 6.7 seconds. That was a very unfortunate time to catch the gap, I guess. Oh, it was a bit of a moment for Newt there, in between turns 8 and 9. Oh, he's having a few more moments here. Not sure what's going on. Have the tyres gone off, or is this just a bit of a... I don't know. We'll keep an eye on that at least. But now Swanson. Whoa, it's getting a bit crazy there between KD and Smug-Git. Smug-Git through up into 5th place now. As we look at that, Swanson's also taken 3rd away from Al Newt. Smug-Git now looking for 4th as well, going around the outside of turn 25. You know, it's even worth looking for corner names because there's 27 of them. Pickle into the pits, there's a few more following him. Smug-Git staying out to take the lead. Senna's coming in to do his Joker stop this time onto the soft tyres. If you are new or you're not aware of what Senna's Joker rule is, it did used to be he had to do an out lap and then 2 separate laps on soft tyres before coming in to do his actual strategy lap, to do his actual strategy pit stop. It's now been dropped down to 1 lap. He just has to do the 1 lap on the soft tyres in the race. So well, looking at the pit stop, I'm not sure what pit stop delta is. We'll take a look at it in a minute when Senna does his second stop. And there goes Senna again for his... He's done his time on the soft tyre, onto the hards now. But let's move up to where the drama is. At the front here, Sloth is now second, Finley in 3rd. Oh, as KD Races retired. And then it's brought out the virtual safety car. Seems to be remaining virtual for the time being. Now back to green flag. Sean again a drive through for speeding under SC. A VSC, sorry. That seemed to be a very, very quick virtual safety car then. Now I've noticed Smug Gate and, well, all the guys we're watching are ones who've pit early on. At least in the top 5 at the moment, they're the ones who've pit under the previous full safety car or from incidents before. Senna and Sloth is fighting away for second place here. Let's have a look at this battle. Oh, it's a bit of a moment for Finley on the exit of turn 10 there. Speaking of turn 10, the new Forza Horizon comes out this week. Oh, is that Syme who's at a moment? I think it is. Damn, look at... Oh, back on the virtual safety car now. Would that be for Syme's incidents? Or... I'm not sure. This game's been a bit weird with us at the moment, I think. Anyway, let's continue. We're gonna have... Well, we've passed the halfway point in this race at least. And there we go. DRS is... Oh, back to green flag. DRS has been re-enabled. And Finley flies through on Sloth for second place at the moment. Just seen Muxie and Sainsy come in to take off their medium tyres. It's going to be interesting now. So Senna's going to move himself up to 8th as it stands. Seems to be a bit of a gap between Senna and Lord Coleman at the moment. My mental math is saying something about 14 to 15 seconds maybe? We do have 10 laps to go at the end of this one, so... he's basically going to have to do... second and a half a lap quicker than Coleman. And obviously past the drivers in front of him. It's going to be easier said than done. Let's actually move back to Senna and see how he's getting on here. In his recovery after the Joker pit stop. He's got DRS on mute here. Not close enough to pass him into the chicane there. But surely the move is going to be on at the final corner here. And there goes a new fastest lap of the race, a 30.4 from Senna. So... oh, he's a bit of a rear twitch as he comes off of turn 2 there. Oh, Swanson! Oh, he's hit the inside wall at turn 4. We stay on the green flag, however. another driver we have lost from this race. And now Shawnee P is retired. I think it's almost the exact same spot. And that is bringing out a VSC once again. It's usually a bit of a safety car magnet, this circuit, and it's kind of living up almost to its expectation, I guess. Be the perfect time for Smugget and Finley to do their stops right now. If this VSC can last long enough. Smugget choosing to stay out. Surely he's not thinking to go all the way to lap 25 with these hard tyres. As we are back on the green flag now. Touch and move back to take a look at Finley and Coleman. Was Coleman using the freshness of his hard tyres to just easily get through on Finley through the S's here. It's not an easy place to pass like that, but fair play. So we need to take a look. How far back is Senna roughly? He's still about 12 seconds behind. Job's getting a bit harder for him now. Oh, this isn't good. My controller batteries are low, so I may have to swap them over in a moment. In fact, I'll do it now, and hopefully nothing exciting happens when I do it. So, hopefully this shouldn't be long, and hopefully it will not come back to bite me. Okay, we're back. Seems like I managed to do that almost perfectly. Now I think, providing we do not get another safety car, like, I know Senna's got some incredible pace here, but it's going to be a push, I think, to recover the time needed to win this race. Don't even know what the noise was. That was a bit of a weird noise, but I apologise for that. Anyway. Oh god, I've got hiccups. Not ideal for a commentator. Anyway. Seems to be a potential reigniting of a rival. Oh, maybe not. Here comes Pickle now. Looking up the sloth. Trying to use the advantage of fresher tyres. But the problem is, the longer they get stuck, the longer Pickle gets stuck behind it, it's gonna bring Senna even closer. And whoa, Pickle almost pushing Sloth through the corner there. This is gonna get interesting because, well, there comes Pickle now. He's ahead on this little curved straight kind of thing. Using that DRS to full advantage. And you can see in the background there, Senna has joined this pack. Now maybe is Senna gonna get held up a little there? If he does get held up, this could be the beginning of the end for the win streak. But he's got a very good run off that chicane, and he's gonna have DRS on the straight here. He doesn't even need it. He's through before the activation point, which is pretty impressive there. Is he still got it? Yes, he will. He'll take it off Finley as well this time. Now, let me take a look at the times at the front here. If Smuggate's trying to go to the end on them hard tyres, he currently has a 5-second gap over Lord Coleman. 5 laps to go in this race. I don't know. I think Simon's come to an issue at the hairpin there. Oh, Finley defending Senna there into turn 1. A little bit of student and master here, these two. Senna offering a little bit of help to some drivers in the DRS Discord server. Finley being one of the recipients of that help, and oh, Senna in the wall there, just tapping the wall. Don't seem to be any damage, but it's definitely going to be there in his mind about that moment. Look right there. So now we need to think of the time difference. We'll call it 7 seconds Senna needs to be at Lord Coleman. We're going to have 4 laps to go, pretty much. Mr. Pickle is the last car before Coleman, so he's not going to get any more DRS after he passes Pickle here. Oh. I don't know how this is going to go. Senna is through on Pickle, up to 3rd place now. Smuggate's still going on the hard tyre. Them tyres must be absolutely nearing or in the red. You can kind of see it on his onboard. Look at the right front tyre. Look at the state of it. The time he is losing to Lord Coleman now. Simon's just come out of the pit in between these two. Simon's a lap down, which could come into Coleman's hands here. If Coleman can pick up some DRS off of the lap car of Simon, it might benefit him. Well, it's 5.5 now between Senna and Lord Coleman. They will have 3 laps to go at the end of this current lap. Unless there's a big mistake now for Coleman or Smugate, I don't think Senna is winning this lap. Winning this one at least. Simon picking up a track limit warning, trying to pass Smug Git using the pit entry. I mean, you can't fault him for trying. Well, Simon's back through. I know he's got the soft tyre on, compared to 18 lap old hard on the Mercedes. Now Senna's making a massive gain there. He's made about 2-3 tenths into Coleman there. It's going to be a very exciting last 2.5 laps here in Jeddah. The gap now 1.3 between Coleman and Smug Git. Senna's rapidly, he's taking a few tenths out of Coleman's gap, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to pass Lord Coleman and win this race and extend his winning streak to 5 races. This might be, we might see a first brand new winner of the season. Here he goes. He's not quite got the DRS on Smug Git, but he definitely should have it this time as they come to 2 laps to go. There we go. Coleman's got DRS, but he's probably not close enough to make a move into turn 1 this time. Yeah, he's more. But I suppose the extra speed advantage will help him keep Senna away from taking this race win. Gap is under 3 seconds between him, Lord Coleman and Senna now. Lord Coleman, he's on the back of Smug Git, but is he going to get stuck behind Smug Git? Smug Git on much older tyres. Is he going to get stuck behind? As they come through, this will be turn 10, 11 and 12. Coleman is using everything. Side by side with Smug Git. They're side by side. Through turn 13. Coleman's still trying to hang it round the outside. And he's finally through on Smug Git. But look at the time. He's lost that much time to Senna doing all that through the first sector. This might have been so much of a help to Senna as a yellow flag in sector 1. We're going to ignore that and come back to the leaders for a moment. Lord Coleman's going to need the lap of his career here if he wants to hold on to this race win here in Jeddah. I suppose maybe having a DRS train with Smug Git could save him. Oh, Smug Git has a moment on the final corner there. And I think Senna should get through here. We'll take a look at that in a second. Here we go. Final lap is just started. Oh, Senna's having a look into turn 1. He's not being able to get through on Smug Git. Smug Git just keeping ahead. But he's definitely holding up Senna here, surely. Senna's now up to P2 on the exit of turn 3. 2 laps is the difference in tyre life between Lord Coleman and Senna. The advantage going in Senna's direction. Half a second between them as they come in through the exit. Oh, not even that. It's 4 tenths or 3.5. Hovering between 3.5 and 4 tenths of a second as they come through the end of sector 1. Coming through turn 13 now. This is going to be probably the most important half a lap in Lord Coleman's racing career. Oh, Senna's a moment coming through the 16-17 chicane. He's lost a couple tenths a second, but we know Senna's got a lot of pace. He's basically brought back the gap he just lost. It is now nearly half a second as they come to the penultimate DRS zone. Back towards through 25, 26 and up to 27. Senna's having a look. Coleman perfectly defending. Holding a very, very tight line at the apex of 27. It's going to be a drag to the line here in Saudi Arabia. They're side by side coming to the line. It's a photo finish. Lord Coleman holds on by 8 thousandths of a second here in Jeddah. Unbelievable. I don't think I've ever had a race where I've been left in silence after commentary. That was one of the... fair play, boys. That's probably the best race I've ever commentated on. Or at least the best 5. Definitely those last 5 laps or so is some of the best I've ever commentated on. Just waiting on Easy Life and Sime to finish here. Oh. 0.08 of a second is the difference between a brand new winner in this season, season 16, and another mark on Senna's win streak. And unfortunately for Senna, it wasn't to be. He's a brand new race winner here in DRS season 16. The streak is over. Well, just very quickly, because I don't know how much time I've got looking through the results. There you go. 0.08 of a second is the difference between Lord Coleman and Senna at the end of that race. What an entertaining race it was. Smug Gear holding on with those hard tyres to take 3rd place. Mr. Pickle 4th. Moxie, after a first lap spin, has recovered to 5th place. Al Newt 6th. Sainsy, Sloth, Centra Finley, and 50 Gent are the rest of the top 10. Just outside, we've got Easy Life and DRS Sime. And unfortunately, our retirements this evening, we've got Shawnee P, Swanson, and KD Races. I think I need to lie down after that. I'm absolutely speechless. That was one of the greatest finishes I've ever seen. God bless the Joker lap rule for Senna. I don't think we'd have had that finish without it. I know he's probably not happy because he's the only one who has to do it. But yeah, that was some finish. Well, thank you all for watching. Just have a quick look. Where are we next? We've obviously passed the halfway point in the season now. We return to Austria next week, May 19th. Yeah. Hopefully you can join us. I've just realised as well, something I'm going to have to put to the organisers. I've only just realised it. That I will not be able to commentate on the final round in Interlagos. It's June 16th, which is the day after I go on holiday, which... I don't think there's a way of me taking an Xbox with me to... I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I don't think it'd be a smart idea to do. I'll see if I can get a sufficient cover. I think I know someone who could do the job. Anyway, we're just yapping now. Thank you all for watching once again. Hope you enjoyed that race. That was probably one of the best ones we've had, at least in my time. And hopefully we'll see you all in the return to Austria. Obviously we had reverse Austria last season. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you for the return of Austria next week, May 19th, 8 PM UK time. hopefully you'll join us once again. Thank you. I can't even get my words out. I've been DJ Davasaurus. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next week. Good night.